Hello, welcome back to the Paradoxes Black, or no, the PB podcast. This is part 6, no, 7, of the Icebound, or of my the podcast, and this would be part 3 of the Icebound discussion topic. While I hook up water to these various coal plants here. Last time we just ended off with the Duergar. However, I believe that was actually after some of these. The order of events here are very confusing. It's been a long time now since I've done most of this stuff. But we came across a legendary ship known as the Dark Duchess. Known for having been grounded a long time ago, but somehow being like either moved or showing up just seemingly all over the place.
That may indeed.
As if something is
Try submerging your
picking it
object.
up
If it does not
and
dissolve, that will narrow
bringing
down
it
the range of
elsewhere.
possibilities. Or you could just pipe it to a coal-powered generator and see what happens.
Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these. Okay. Now, when we came across the ship, there was a troll living within its hull, and that troll was not very happy to see us, or we spotted it from far enough away to try to attack it, and it put up a fight. That's for sure. It very much did not appreciate our presence. Okay.
Fix-it pipelines can contain any fluid, including the water necessary for coal-powered generators. Note: water does not flow upwards by itself. While water extractors provide some lift, to truly defy gravity, consider the use of pipeline pumps.
I want to try to use as few pipeline pumps as I can. I was told that one pump applies to 2 of those. Now, we of course dispatched the troll occupant and found a few pretty neat magic items and other useful things, like I think a mithril chains, a set of mithril chainmail, which Satari ended up getting, as they were the stealthier of the two fighters in the party who could actually wear it. Nope. Did I accidentally do clean pipeline? Great. Come on. Let me up. Ah, there we go. Now, we also found inside of the troll's lair a little kobold by the name of Lippy. Quite the amusing character, being... Well, it's actually a reoccurring character that the DM has used on many occasions, in several campaigns, as it turns out. But this was our Lippy, and we loved him. Well, I loved him. The collector, at best, could be bemused by Lippy, and Inke, of course, was instantly in love with Lippy. So, here's my plan here. I need to go up. And if there was a way to put, like, I don't think I have a water... Wait, do I? I do. And stick this into here. Alright, I need to check. Okay, 300 meters per... Okay. Each of these pipes can have up to 300, and each of these consumes 50. Oh no, 45 per minute. So I can use this pipe to supply 6 of them. Alright, very well. Now, Lippy was great, claiming that this troll's horde was actually theirs, which we found very amusing. They, in fact, did not see it as amusing. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. This produces 120 per minute. Well. Here's what I could do. I could, actually go, okay. 90. Or actually, 100. Not run these at full rate. No, don't tell them how long I've been playing. Alright, we haven't even gotten to the big point. I need to continue the discussion here. I keep on getting distracted. Alright. Well, turns out that this troll, this wasn't actually that troll's lair. In fact, it was a dragon's lair. And the troll wasn't supposed to be there. And, well, we should have been tipped off by the fact that there was true ice covering all of the treasure. White dragons being one of the few sources of true ice in this world that we were in. really should have been an indication to us from the get-go, but, yeah, we didn't notice. And, well, on the other hand, go away. I can't be building around you right now. Well, that's inconvenient. There we go. One straight line. Okay, fortunately, while we were not equipped to defeat a white dragon at this point, we were like level 4, or level 3. I don't remember what level we were at this point. It's been a while. This giant by the name of Verg, or, well, giant Kim, Verbeeg, I believe they're called, arrived and was able to assist us. Before we were well, frozen to death by an arrogant dragon, needless to say. I need what I actually want to do here is to drag in like something here. I'm gonna drag this up and then let it sink down. There we go. This pipe will be supplying the next 6. Okay, this Verg the Verbeeg decided to help us, and so we managed to escape that white dragon. Though it did cost us some of the loot that we just barely acquired, like an ever-smoking bottle. But I mean, I continue to not be too much worried about that. I mean, we'll find all sorts of other stuff in the future, and well, we do. Uh, we at the at Berg's home, we decided that it would be neat if we were to try to use the true ice that we obtained from the Dark Duchess to possibly craft something or imbue something with its power. Uh, and we did with the Collector's Greatsword, making we now refer to as the Collector's we refer to it as the Collector's Frostbite Blade. I think was the term that I went with now. And it's a pretty neat blade. It does a little bit of extra frost damage. Every hit inflicts a instance of frostbite. If you get too many instances of frostbite, then you have a chance of getting stunned or something like that. I think you like get 3 of them once per like day against a single opponent. So it's not too powerful. You can also temporarily lose all of its extra frostiness by yeah, you can lose all of its extra frostiness by using a one-time, once-per-day use thing. That's an AoE. Potentially dealing a bunch of cold damage to a lot of enemies. I need to Like this. Over here. Here to right here. There we go. Now, Inkei at this point was disappointed with their class, and so they decided to change it to the to a ranger that because they're much more familiar with the ranger anyway. The player character, well, the player is much more familiar with the ranger anyway. And well, none of us really minded. It's her character. She gets to play the character how she feels she wants to play the character. No complaints here. But long story short, she became a ranger. And we decided to go venturing a bit more. Eventually coming across a great spire that was like a blade plunged into the ground. I believe the official lore was that it was actually part of an ancient city that had toppled to the earth, and that's why the interior was upside down. And while there was a magical defense at the entrance that would prevent us from entering initially, we managed to just overcome that with relative ease. For the magical defenses that were keeping the door shut. However, on the inside, we came across a suspiciously clean corridor. Classic. As we proceeded to be attacked by I'm terrible at counting, apparently. Yeah, we were proceeded to be attacked by a gelatinous cube, or well, stumbled into it really. Well, I didn't stumble into it, Satari did. But after we dealt with the gelatinous cube, a living spell caught us off guard, blasting us all with a bolt of lightning. Oh man, this video's already gone longer than it should. I gotta get through a bunch of this. We came across the library, alchemy lab, and holding chamber. uh, along with a hole a couple ways down deeper. I think in the library, or it might have been the holding chamber, there was a hole in the ground that in which there was a wizard and their ghoulish bodyguard. Turns out this wizard was actually a simulacrum of a different wizard who had been captured or something, and he was seeking this place because there was a rumor that this location that we were at contained special magic that allowed an illusion to become reality. And as you can imagine, a simulacrum, especially a simulacrum that was concerned that their master might be dead or worse, was quite interested in this. But they had gotten themselves trapped in an area. And so they had just been waiting for someone to show up. Now, there was also a lab where there was these what are called like Magin. How they were created and why they were created was a little bit different in this world. Can't remember the specifics, but they were in these special cages. When we tried to free one of them, they began to suffocate to death. So the collector gave them a merciful death. Well, cut them down mercifully, as they had been indicating that they wanted to be freed. But as soon as they realized that being freed killed them, they preferred death over being forced to just stay there forever, because there's no one there anymore. And the cage was keeping them alive. We eventually discovered a way even deeper. And I got a few books and like added those to the collection, but we eventually made our way even deeper down. And from deeper down, we discovered a basilisk. And in fighting the basilisk, I believe both Dirk and Lippy were petrified. Fortunately, the alchemy lab that we were in happened to have had a couple of potions, or, well, technically basilisk oils, which is the most well-known cure to yeah, I probably should just have these at maximum rate, honestly. Yeah, basilisk oil is the most well-known cure to petrification. So we were able to unpetrify them pretty quickly. In one of the chambers of this area, of this downstairs area, we discovered a Eric, a new player who had gotten into there from the Underdark through a now collapsed passage while fleeing Duergard. He was a cleric, war domain cleric, which was quite useful to the two fighters in our party, as they have some pretty cool abilities. Alright, I have to hook up a bunch of pumps. Go down to there. That should be enough there. Okay, now I just need to hook these up. You, and you. There we go. Sure, this needs to be filled with water. This is slowly filled with water. Which then will accelerate the rate that these are filling with water. There we go. Alright, that's all hooked up. That should be all fully automated now. Uh, luckily we saved them from the petrification. And then we came across the chamber that was supposedly used to turn illusions to reality. And it was. We managed to utilize the magic in this special room to turn Dizon into an actual person. So not a simulacrum, but an actual copy of the original wizard, Dizon. However, being in the same room while it was occurring, the collector's curse reacted to the magic. The sheer amount of magic caused the collector's curse to react. As it very rapidly caused the collector's flesh as he as I discussed in the last episode, the collector's flesh makes him appear like a rotten corpse, and well, what essentially happened was this corpse. Well, this corpse look. It's a slow process. It's technically constantly trying to go back into it, but it's falling apart. But then it comes back to it. But this was causing it to very rapidly fall apart and return. Which, in effect, stunned the collector. The rest of the party, very concerned that the collector basically collapsed, was quick to check on him, discovering that the collector was actually turned out to be fine. But this is where they discovered, after taking off the collector's glove, the condition which the collector is in, or at least their flesh, and then the collector had to explain a bit about himself. I believe that'll be where we end this part 6, 7, something like that. Thank you for watching. If you like this video where we got the coal up and running, and we discussed this section of the Icebound campaign, I would appreciate a like, and I would also appreciate it if you subscribe. Really optional. And with that, thank you for watching, and goodbye.